What's going on, guys? How are you? I'm Francesco from Rapid Restore Roofing. We're here in Syosset. Right now we're ripping off this really large roof. As you can see, we have tarps lined around the whole house, making sure we're keeping the homeowner's property protected. With a really steep roof like this, you have to make sure you go the extra distance with keeping the property protected, right? The debris comes down very fast, it's very heavy, cause a lot of issues if you don't do your due diligence and make sure that you have the whole property secured and protected with tarps. Over there towards the left of the house, you can actually see we have plywood up against the neighbor's fence. Make sure we're not interrupting the property we're working on, as well as the properties next to us, right? So we make sure that we're taking care of everybody in the surrounding area. We make sure that we keep everybody safe from any falling debris. One thing I want to point out about this roof is when we started ripping the roof off, project manager noticed there was no underlayment, which is incredible. I've never seen that before. The underlayment on a roof is actually one of the most important parts aside from the shingle itself. Yes, the shingle does protect the roof, but the underlayment is like the bones to the roofing system, right? Keeps everything secure, nice and tight, nice and sealed up, waterproof. It makes the roof last a lot longer. Now, one thing this homeowner had going for him is this is an extremely pitched roof, right? So not to say you should ever put a roof on without underlayment, but the fact that it is an extremely pitched roof, the water was running right off. It was never really sitting. So far, we haven't found too much rotted wood. There's a few areas of concern, which obviously we're gonna replace before we put a new roofing system on. That was pretty interesting to see. That's a first for me, and I've been doing this a pretty long time. All right, guys, so like I was mentioning before, you can see here, we actually line up plywood along the neighbor's fence. This homeowner has a beautiful PVC fence, right? We don't want to damage the neighbor's house. So what we do, we go the extra distance, right? We put up the plywood, we make sure that any falling debris doesn't affect the neighbor's fence, right? We want to keep everybody protected. We want to keep everybody's property protected. This is what we mean when we say we go the extra mile, right? A lot of roofing companies, they come out, they start ripping things off, and then by the end of the job, somebody's property's damaged, the neighbor's complaining that we made a mess. We don't like working like that. We do things the right way when we're on the job site. All right, guys, as you can see here, the homeowner has this beautiful in-ground pool. And yes, they do have a pool cover on it, but we still want to make sure that we're keeping everything nice and protected. So we extend the tarps out just far enough so that any falling debris does not enter this pool cover, can't rip it, tear it, break it. Just going that extra mile, keeping the homeowner's property protected. All right, guys, just want to point out again, got the guys up on the roof, taking down all that heavy debris, right? You can see shingles are falling down. Homeowner has AC units right here. We want to go the extra distance, make sure we're keeping everything completely secure and safe. Not only do we put tarps over the AC units, we actually have a piece of plywood to stabilize everything, make sure that no debris falls in there, because guys, even the smallest nail could affect that AC unit. All right, guys, so as you can see here, we have the material delivery. Now with these really pitched roofs, we have to be careful, right? So what we do is when the material gets delivered, they have this operating boom that will actually lift the material from the truck and place it right on the roof. This is a very high roof, very pitched roof. Having guys even harnessed in, carrying these heavy materials up there is extremely dangerous. So we take the whole human aspect out of it. We put it on the boom. The boom will actually bring the material right to where the guys need it. All right, guys, so as you can see, we have the underlayments up. Guys are actually already starting to lay down shingles. If you follow that black course though, right underneath that pink layer, that's our ice and water shield. We put that there for a specific reason. So what we do is we lay ice and water shield, which is a self-adhering gasketing material that seals to the roof so that in the winter time, when it snows or when we have freezing conditions, The water that melts down from the top of the roof will typically freeze towards the edge where there's no heat from the interior of the home, and it'll typically create something called an ice dam. So what we do is we place that shield there to protect the wood underneath. Now if you see here, they're actually starting to lay down the shingles. That's our onyx black, one of our most popular colors right now. But as they work upwards, right? And you can see again, guys are all harnessed in, materials at the peak of the roof. Everybody's here, everybody's got a role to play. One guy's passing the shingle down, one guy's installing it, one guy's cleaning. Again, we work as a team, we keep everything nice and tight. Guys know what they're doing, there's no guesswork. We make sure that we're actually just doing this the most efficient way possible, while at the same time keeping all of our guys really safe, keeping the property protected, making sure we're just doing a good job all around. So this is the end of the day. Starting to wrap up. Guys are still cleaning up, making sure we're keeping the property nice and tight. As you can see, the guys up there at the peak are just finishing to put the last piece of the puzzle up, which is that ridge vent. Guys, the ridge vent's really important. That helps ventilate the attic properly, make sure we're moving all that moisture out of there, keeping everything nice and dry and tight. So like I had mentioned earlier, when we ripped this roof off, right, there was no underlayments whatsoever. That's actually a first for me. I've never seen that before. The guys that are up on the roof have seen that, but I personally, I've been doing this for a long time, I've never seen that before. So we made sure today that we gave this homeowner a warranted roof for a lifetime, right? He'll never have to worry about this roof ever again. By doing all the proper procedures, right? We made sure we laid the right underlayment, made sure we're installing the shingles properly, putting all the right pieces to the puzzle together to make sure we're giving this homeowner a roofing system that'll last a lifetime. If you're in the market for a new roof, or you just want to have somebody come out and take a look, just to be proactive, make sure there isn't anything going on. Now, it looks like we are doing a really big roof today, but we do other repairs as well, so don't be intimidated to call us. We'll do a small repair, and as you see here, we'll do a whole roofing system for you. So feel free again, guys, give us a call. Reach out to us, check out our website, and that's it for today.